Hello again, everyone. This is part 13 of Football Tactics and Glory World DLC, which is planned for release within the next few months by developer Creoteam. So we had a good couple of last games, winning 2 matches in a row. Now we are back to the Champions League. Today we are playing Brightchester, and if we look at the tables for sector tournaments, we will see that Brightchester is rock bottom of the league with no points, and it's also got far less star value than any of the other teams in our group. So we would expect to do well against this team on paper, and let's see if that actually happens. So what do we have here? They have a sweeper. They've gone very defensive sweeper. And they're relatively vulnerable to crosses. They're vulnerable to cannon shot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Astiel in because he has level 2 cannon shot, and Lord I might put in initially. I'll keep Vedmager in for now, and I'll put Keller in as a sub since Hanty's quite tired. Now, so what we're going to do here, they do have level 1. In fact, all their players from Simland have level 1 long pass, so that makes them actually quite dangerous because they can get the ball right up the field into shooting positions, even from the goalkeeper. So, for instance, they could get the ball up to him, and then he can long pass the ball to him, or even to him, and then they're already in shooting distance, so they haven't even needed to pass through a player necessarily, depending where the players are. So that, they can get the ball in 2 actions if they start if they start with the ball in their turn. Within 2 actions, they can get into shooting position from anywhere in the pitch without even needing to roll a dice. So that makes it a very, very powerful skill. So they could be quite dangerous, actually. Clefane, I will keep in place because he's got his long pass. He also has long pass, the only player I have, and he is actually also from Simland as well. The only one who doesn't have it is Kamina, from their team, I mean, because he's from Wakanda, who don't have any skills. Yeah, they don't have any skills. So, let's look to see if we're happy with their other players. Uriel Val, I think I'll want to bring in, so I'll bring him in for Telemai, and I think we're ready to go. So we've got the ball. I think it's a fairly straightforward. We're just going to try and break in. We could even get a penalty, and otherwise he'll at least be in a position to receive a long pass later in the game if he fails. So let's get started. They can play it in their home strip. Okay, so pass to Astiel. Astiel goes to the corner to break in. Doesn't succeed, but if I can get a long pass through to him, or some sort of pass through to him, then he will be able to use his cannon shot. But we'll see how that works. So move the goalkeeper back and forward and see what they do. So they are going to go see what they're going to do here. Going to go for a long pass. Now he's only got level 1. That didn't work because he got tackled, and then they're having a bad luck here. And then not only that, they failed that tackle, which he should have succeeded. He was very unlucky, and now he's got a straight cannon shot right on top of him. So I may as well just go straight for it. Bang, goal. So that was unfortunate for them. We won there, but to be fair, that's something I would have tried myself. So that was unlucky. I have to say. But it just shows how dangerous they could be, because he could have tried to get the ball in if it succeeded, and it might have worked. So he's got 7 and he's got 7. So another thing I can do is I can pass to him. Now this might not work, but he's going to go in the corner, and then I'm going to try a long pass through. Now I've only got a chance of 7 on 7, but still just over 50% chance of success, and it works. So he can now break in again. See if he has better success this time. He does. He's going to be automatic tackles, which succeed, unfortunately. So again, I will just go back and forward, see what they do. They're going to try the same thing as before. He's got long pass. Yep, they're going to try the same thing. And it doesn't work. So this isn't going particularly well for them. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pass to Clefane. Astiel's going to go into the centre here, and then I'm going to do the same thing as they tried and try and get the ball through. I've got a slightly better chance now because he's only got skill level of 6. And I succeed, and now he's right in on goal with a cannon shot. He fails though, unfortunately. But we get a corner. Just looking at the control. Their control is okay. His control is really good though. So I think what I will do is I'm actually going to try something a bit unusual. I'm going to put him in here. No, I need someone to take the kick obviously first. So who's got the best accuracy? Passing, I mean. Considering their midfielder, their passing's not brilliant, but Askeron's the best actually. Then I'll put Astiel in here, and I'll put Lord in here. Both of them have got quite good control, so they've both got a fairly decent chance of holding off the relative defenders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hope that he succeeds and pushing him out, and I'm actually going to do a lofted pass. In fact, I'm just going to do a straight pass. No, I want to do a lofted pass. I want to do it because if I succeed here, he'll come out, and even if he doesn't succeed, they've still got a chance of getting it over him. So I'm depending on Lord pushing these guys out. So that Bart succeeds. And Lord succeeds. So if this pass succeeds, then there's a good chance that the goalkeeper's going to try and get it from him. Doesn't succeed. So now I've got cannon shot right in goal, and he scores. We're 2-0 up, going into the break. So that's a good first half. See how we're doing here. They're looking tired, but I'll wait till the break to change them. So you see what they can do. They can't use skills in the first turn after a kickoff, so they'll have to depend on shooting. He's coming back, and he's going to try a shot that had little chance of success, and as expected, he blocks the ball, and it is now half time. So let's change now. These two guys are super tired, so I'm actually tempted. I'm 2-0. I'm tempted to play with only one forward, so I'm going to take Lord off for Vegmager. I'm going to put Astiel off and I'm actually going to go and put a midfielder on. I'm going to put Daenerys should I say, on. So that's us ready. He's got 43. That's the right guy to have in there because he's got slightly better defence. So let's see what they do. See how they respond. So Soto has the ball. Decides to hold. So I think in this case he's motivated, so his defence is a wee bit higher. He's got quite high, so I'm just going to try and tackle him, and he succeeds. I'm going to just pass the ball to Cleophane. And what I'm going to do with Cleophane is just move one forward so he's in space. So that means they need one action to get to him, whatever they try to do. And they're bringing forward their CD with slide tackle all the way up. And he almost failed again, but he gets it this time. And they're giving it back to Soto again. Now, I think Diaris will press, and that will reduce his defense slightly. And Urinel will try and tackle, which he succeeds in. He's only got 2 actions left, and I think what he'll do is just try and get rid of the ball, just pass it up to Vegmager, which doesn't succeed. None of these guys have slide tackles, so he'll actually... well, I think he'll actually just run into the middle, because there's a risk they'll put him offside. If he moves out, then Vedmager will be offside, but they decide not to do that. Didn't go for the normal long ball this time. He tries... He tries a rainbow feint, I think. It didn't work. So he's got 41 passing. Now I can get the ball to him, but I can't if I try and pass through him, but that's not a very good idea because he's likely to intercept it. So I'm just going to pass to Ascaron. I'm going to move him back to there, and then I'm just going to hold with Ascaron, and let's see if we get a chance to get the ball to him. And he fails against Cleophane. This guy's having a bad game. He's 2 level 3 slide tackles. He's failed to score. So he's moved him offside now. However, I can still have a chance at goal because he's got the ball. Who's got the lowest? He's got very poor defence actually, 46. That's really bad for a Champions League player. But so Vegmager moves into an onside position because he's got 2 moves. Ascaron could just pass to him, and then Vegmager may as well just... We're 2-0 up. Last action of the game, may as well just have a shot. I think position shot's going to be... If I do power shot, much less chance of scoring. I think we'll just do a position shot and see how it goes. And we actually score our 3rd goal. So we win this match 3-0. As you would expect against the weakest team in the group. That's the end of the match. We seem to get a lot of 3-0 victories for some reason. We get either 1-0 or 3-0. We win by 1 goal or we win 3-0, it seems to be. It's not always the case, obviously, but there seems to be some sort of correlation there. You get a lot of experience. Look at that, Ascaron and Cleophane. 3,000 odd experience. And our sweeper levels up in the specialisation tree. So what we're going to do with him, he's 18, he's actually very young actually. The obvious thing to do would be to, he's reached his cap or his limit at the level now, so he only gains experience very slowly. So I think we'll go for the talent. And if you were playing in the long term, this is what you would do. You go for the talent to try and upgrade his skill. So we'll do that. So that's fine. Again, we get decent money. And we've only got 52,000 fans on an 80,000 stadium, so there's a lot more fans that we can get, and we get a good amount of glory as well. And so there we go, that's the table. We have now moved up to 2nd, so we're in a good spot with half the games being played. We're halfway through the group. With 6 points is almost impossible that we would not finish 3 or above. We want to finish at least 3 third, so we will at least stay in one of the sector competitions, as they're now called, normally continental competitions, but yes, we should be at least in the Super Cup. But there's a good chance we will stay in the Champions League if we get good results in the next matches, so that's looking good. And you can see Wakanda Panthers are doing well. Geneva Knights from our league are actually doing well in their group as well. Yep, so it's fine. Got 2 players on team of the round. Urinel made a couple of tackles, I think. Yep, 3 tackles. And Lord scored 2 goals, so he did well too with his cannon shot. So that's that for the Champions League, and now we move forward to a league match, I think, and this is the 13th cohort. In the book, this is a Dwarven battalion, a famous Dwarven battalion. So they're the team that we're playing this time. It's going to be raining, so that will reduce passing. And let's see what they have. They don't have much skills against cannon shot or they don't have, the goalkeeper doesn't have any abilities to stop cannon shot or rainbow feint. He's quite vulnerable from crosses, but he's got relatively high control, so I don't necessarily think that's the best thing to do. So what I'm going to do, since he's vulnerable to cannon shot, I'm going to keep Clefane here with his long pass. I'll put Lord here, and then I'm actually going to try and, because he will actually infiltrate into here, and I will keep Astiel's a wee bit tired, but I'm tempted to keep him in for now. And I'll replace Keller with Hansi, I'll definitely do that. And then we've got Ascaron, we'll keep where he is. It's only a matter of what we want to do with these guys. Nobody's got Rainbow Feint, so we don't need to worry about that. And nobody's got long pass, but with good passing you can still lob it over the goalkeeper. But nobody's got Rainbow Feint, which would really bother us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put Agor in, and I'll replace Agor with Thieris for now. Urinal, I'll replace Uriel Val, and I'll also take him into the reserves to give him a little rest because his energy is low. And we'll leave it at that for now and see how this game goes. So let's just get started. We'll play in our, well, no, it's quite dark, isn't it? So we'll play in our waste strip. So Deacon Lord manages to get the ball to Fallow, but Albertine manages to get the ball. So, best thing to do is pass to Clefane. Now, the thing is, both of them have got skill 7, he's got skill 7, so I could go either way. I think I'll try and go in here, and let's see if I can get the ball to him. If I can, and he can get a cannon shot off, and it works. So Lord, cannon shot, and he fails. Oh my god, that's the second time in 2 games he's failed a cannon shot. That's not very good, is it? Their control's pretty good, actually. I'm not sure what best to do here. I could try and put Header with him, he's got quite good control. So I'm a wee bit reluctant to actually use him, so what I might do is just, who's got the best of it? Passing, he has, so put Diaris, let's take it, put Lord to go in here, and Astiel can go in the middle. And then all we're going to try and do is just get the ball to Lord. That's what it comes down to. He's got good control, so he might be able to prevent them. And there's only one guy going for him. The guy who's going for him's got very good control, so no guarantee he's going to win that. He does, though. He's not got head play, so there's a good chance he'll get the ball over him, but we'll see. And unfortunately, he gets it over. So we'll do exactly the same thing. Dyrus will take the kick. Lord will go into our right side of the box. Astiel will go in the middle. We'll try exactly the same. And it looks like they're going to try and go for Astiel again. And we'll lofted pass again, see if that works. Again, we win with the jostling in the box. And indeed, Astiel's won with his as well. See if we get past him. And again, it's intercepted. So we'll try again. Third time. And all the time, all these guys are getting tired, just jostling in the box constantly. Everybody's getting wiped out by this. So try again, do exactly the same thing. This time we didn't succeed, which is unfortunate. But Astiel does. And this time it's Lord who actually heads it out. So that didn't work out very well, and everybody's knackered now. So he's got long pass, so he's going to put it into here. Now he's going to try and long pass into here, I presume. No, he's not. He's going to try a lofted pass. So he's got the ball, but it's our turn. Now, in this particular case, I could try the goalkeeper, and I could do that for a free action, but I'm not going to do that because if I fail that, I could get a booking or even sent off, and probably not sent off admittedly, but I could get a booking. So the best thing to do is just try the slide tackle here, and it succeeds. And then basically just try and get the ball away. He's got slide tackle, so I'm actually tempted. I'm not sure. It could be 1, 2, or 3 slide tackle. I'm not sure. So actually, what I'm going to do is move Albertine back like that, so that they can't infiltrate direct in. And I think I'll move him in front of the ball and try to prevent them from moving the ball forward, and that has worked because we intercepted the ball there. That was a good option. Okay, so what we have here, now I think I can possibly get the ball to him, so I'm going to try and tackle. It succeeds. Pass the ball to Clefane. Now I think we could go through him. So yes, last chance of the pass, long pass, doesn't succeed, and the half will end at 1-1. As you can see, both sets of players are quite tired from all that jostling in the box, so Lord's pretty tired. I think I'll have to take him off of Vedmager. I'll leave Astiel on for now, because I'm going to try and break in with him, but I will probably replace him with Hansi later on. Okay, so let's start the second half. You pass through him, but I think I'll go for the lofted. Just it doesn't work. However, we can use Vedmager, and then he can try and shoot probably, and he's got a very good chance of scoring. Doesn't though, but it was still worth doing. Treyas. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to move him here. I'm going to move Ascarom has got slide tackle, so he can move right here, and then he can slide tackle into this position if it succeeds, and then he can shoot right and go. So he can now shoot. Position shot's not that good, so it has to be a power. This is an example where I would use a power shot. Position shot's not got much chance of succeeding. So power shot's got even less, but then it might get a corner, or it might even rebound out to Vedbagger, and that would be terrible. He's got one level slide tackle, but it might not succeed, and if he doesn't succeed, that could be a penalty. So let's go for the power shot, and we get a corner out of it. So, what's the best option here? I could try headed. I'm not convinced that will work very well though, but I might try it anyway just to see how it goes. So I'll use Diaris to take the kick. I'll bring Albertine up to here, and I'll put Astiel here. See what they do. So they're marking Astiel. He's staying in position. Actually, they've taken all their players away from the box, so I've got no defender challenging. So that's not brilliant odds, but I could also do that. Try and just get the ball to Astiel, but I think we'll just go for the cross and give Albertine a chance to score. So he does get to the ball, but he hits wide. So this game is not going totally to plan. So he's probably going to try a lofted pass into the box. He doesn't reach the player though, and he's got 77 to control. So what I'm going to do: swap positions, slide tackle, and then just a lofted pass up. He's not got great defence, and he hasn't got slide tackle or anything, so the best thing to do is to pick the guy with the best control, and that's Diaris. So Diaris will go in and see if he can hold on to the ball. Now slide tackle comes up, he'll probably succeed. He does, and he's got to get the ball to one of the players. One last chance for them to win, and it goes to ours. They haven't got a slide tackler, so so the game ends 0-0. So disappointing 0-0 draw there. And very little happened in that match. We get 64 manager experience. Clefane has gone up a level. Two passing, that's good. Even he has actually scored this season, so it's not a bad thing to have. He might find himself in a shooting position. You see Diaris got 27, so he did a lot of work today. And Astiel also got quite a few specialization points for his efforts. And that's a 0-0 draw. Just looking to see our nearest rival is Dumarmana, and they actually lost Dumarmana, I think. So that's good news for us. So we actually gained a point on our nearest rival. So Uriel Val, with his defensive performance, 2 tackles, gets into the team of the round, wins us some new fans. And the table, so we're now 5 points clear because we gained 1 point in Dumarmana, and we're still doing well. That was their first loss of the season, so maybe they're starting to drop a little bit in quality. So we're doing quite well. 3 matches left to play, and we're 5 points clear. That's looking good. We'll just roll it on to see who we're playing next. So this is actually the Division Cup, which is actually the National Cup. I use a division for national. So this is the Division Cup, and it's Victor Nevada. So this is the second leg of that match. We were 2-1 up. So we will play that in the next video. So thanks very much for watching. See you next time.